This is DJ 745 for Whirler Reggae here in Jamaica at Judgement Yard. We're here for Reggae Month 2019, and I want to first of all say a big thank you to Sizzla Kalonji for inviting the World Reggae family here into Judgement Yard.
It's always an honor. You're very welcome, Judgement Yard.
Now, we reasoned a few days ago off camera as to why we wanted to do this interview. Well, we say an interview, but really this is an out-of-view because we want the people to hear about Sizzla Kalonji.
Well, naturally, I'm Miguel Collins, born Scottsall, St. Mary. Yeah, grew up in this community, 40 Augustown Road, Kingston 7. You know what I'm saying? A community easterly of Kingston, very beautiful, bordered by beautiful mountains with beautiful people. One of the first community to be in the sense of being industrious with factories and such as the like. So we're here, and it's lovely, and music is life, and it's a very beautiful place to be at doing music, Whirler Reggae.
Very much so. Now, one of the things that we're really keen to try to do is to educate the youths, who I call your future fans, and of course the people who have been listening and supporting Sizzla Kalonji's music for almost 25 years as well. So really this is to try to get an understanding of who Miguel Collins is first of all, and then who is Sizzla as an artist. I see you very much as a role model within yourself. If we put aside the fact that you're a musician, I really do see that the works that you're doing here in the community are for the youths.
Well, naturally, I'm just simple and humble person, and just thinking that should not be living for myself, and you can't be selfish in this time because you've seen what's happening in the world, and you've been with the knowledge and the sense of thought that you can help others to be in a better stage in life. So I just see it as my duty to just be making music, spreading the love of Rastafari, and sharing the old vibration. And you're in a community, and it says like a community, it takes a community to grow a child. So if you've been raised in that community, I think you should make it the first duty to be acceptable in the sense of doing community service. So you got to reach out to the people in the community, because that's your community. Anything should be on the bad side for you, that's your community. Those are the people who are going to be rallying around to help you. So love your community and stick with the community service and the community duties, and that's all a part of the music.
I mean, I know this is also the home of the Sizzla Youth Foundation. Just give the people a little bit of an insight into what does the Sizzla Youth Foundation actually do on a day-to-day basis.
Naturally, honestly, as Sizzla, I'm the person who came with the thought of giving back to the people, and there are beautiful persons also who have helped me in structuring the foundation, but just for the notion that we're here to increase the education standard for the children worldwide, not just in our community, and we educate and we encourage others to be in the best of their being the best of their self, and have the highest esteem towards life and themselves and for others, and try to eradicate illiteracy, you know, try to build their dreams, you know, having them looking for a better future, thinking a better way of life to eradicate the crime and the violence, because all is within you yourself, and you need just to stand and have someone helping you to recognize the good within yourself, and the foundation stand to do all the good to help the people to rise to a better level of life. And it's a way in giving back to the people, not just out your pocket or like hands out, but we've managed to be giving scholarships. We've done lots of stuff in the community concerning community activities, duties, parties, and you know, all those stuff. So the Sizzla Youth Foundation was just something from Sizzla with love for the people. Yeah, a way and a sense in giving back to people and reaching out and caring and sharing for them, and something that's not just gonna be falling on deaf ears, something they will really take serious and move ahead with. Yeah,
I mean, listening to you now, it sounds almost as though it's more than just education, because for a child to nurture into somebody, they need that love, they need that well-being, they need that feeling of being part of something.
Exactly, because not just a community to grow a child, it takes other families and other parents and guardians to watch over the children. You know what I'm saying? So you can't just be looking out for yourself and looking out only for your children. You need to look out for each and every one, because we're all a part of existence, we're all a part of life. Yeah. So as I'm saying, you know, it's just a part of the notion in fulfilling the creed of Rastafari. The hungry be fed, the naked be clothed, the sick be nourished, the aged protected, the infants be cared for. You got to be looking out for other people's children, and if you, in case you want to be that progressive in life, because they're the future. They're going to be someone of that status one day. So treat them good from now. They'll treat you good in the future.
Right.
Right.
Okay. What are your thoughts on the current schooling system here in Jamaica?
Well, I think the schooling system here is within the degree of where those ruling the system want it to be, honestly. But all education is good, all knowledge is good, and it doesn't matter the degree or the portion in which they try to disseminate the knowledge. As long as you're quite attentive and you want to learn and you want to do good, you'll improvise and you'll improve and you learn, because it's not just we ourselves doing anything, it's the Most High doing all these stuff. And once you get something good in your brain going to process it, and it's going to give you the inspiration to do better, to rise above what's happening. So it doesn't matter the level they want to give you the knowledge at, you just go and learn the bit you can and make it into something good.
So as well as obviously housing the Sizzla Youth Foundation here, I know that you also have plans to build a museum as well. What's the motivation behind building a museum here at Judgement Yard?
It's always good to seek knowledge and secure knowledge, and without knowledge you're doomed to existence, you know what I'm saying? Because the fact is that that's what created us all. From the first day, from the get-go, you get out your mother's womb, you know what I'm saying, they're starting teaching you little stuff. So, you know, as His Majesty said, quoted, knowledge stops in the grave, and you have to know you never stop learning, you never stop thinking. So it is always good. So with the Youth Foundation, reaching out to the people in the world, the beautiful fans that really love Sizzla and trying to reach to Sizzla and saying, yeah, they want to meet Sizzla, but they need a foundation to govern stuff, because they're really kind. They're saying, King, you can get a lot more stuff going for the kids. You can get a charitable foundation, NGOs giving you stuff for the kids who are structured the Sizzla Youth Foundation. But then again, you need a place, not just an office. And I said the foundation goes well with the culture, because it's the notion of caring, reaching out for the people, helping someone to be on a better stage in life, but at the same time giving them what's theirs, what's belonging to them from the ancestors, from Africa, from creation, from that time, you know what I'm saying, before the transatlantic slave trade. They need to know all these stuff. And pretty much what's going on in the world, people are really taking up stuff like intellectual properties on a very serious note, and you know what I'm saying, indigenous people are getting together, having their culture being circumvented and protected. So I'm saying this in the sense, I'm the person there as Sizzla reaching out to the people, and it's a great responsibility, because the culture also connects with Rastafari, and we know what Rastafari is all about: peace and love and repatriation, and you to build yourself in self-sustaining, self-government, you know what I'm saying, being independent as a person, as a nation, as a country, it doesn't matter. So I see the foundation as the root in structuring an arm to reach out to the people, to help them in any sense, in poverty or any dilemma. But at the same time, the museum is just like that building which will accept the people coming in looking for Sizzla, want to be a part of the foundation. So the museum will be there, and they'll be taking artifacts, because the foundation is not only to like do charitable stuff and seek help through other charitable organization, but it's a part of the culture of Rastafari, and people want to know a lot of stuff, and they have a lot of books, a lot of artifacts out there. You need to have places you can put these stuff, because fans out there every day, they're giving us stuff, and we need to put it up and show the world what we're doing, what we study, what makes us in this great icon that they really like. So the museum, it's on its way coming. It's going to be beautiful. It's like a World African Hebrew Israelite World Museum, because you know we Hebrew Israelite, you know what I'm saying. So we need something and somewhere, some place where people can meet and greet and be comfortable to manifest the duties of the offices.
It certainly sounds like a very, very exciting project. Now, it's going to be great to see obviously the museum as it becomes a real life place where we can see all the artifacts, the artwork and things that I see displayed around the yard as well. You do it a lot for the community here in August Town. Do you feel that you receive any help from other people to continue the good works that you're doing here?
Oh yes, certainly. The first acceptance of the people saying, "Yes, Sizzla, we love what's going on." That's the first stage of motivation to continue the work. And you've had tons of people in the community been helping, and they're all a part of it, and worldwide. And people came to contribute in their sense. Even the government, people who are from a far land, people have been coming here and doing a lot. So yes, certainly.
And a lot of people, you know, in the press and the media in particular, Augusttown seems to have a very, very negative outlook. So, you know, even for myself, while we've been here, people are saying, you can't go to Augusttown, but I don't know, whilst I'm here, I still feel safe.
You're always safe. It's a very safe community. Violence is pretty much everywhere. That's why we're here, to help the kids to eradicate all those bad stuff. That's why we're here. So I don't look at the negative because negative might exist. I look at the positive sense to eradicate and deplete all that stuff, yeah? And once you're with this sense of like being feared because of what's happening around you, you're not really ready for this work, man. Just know this is the way of life. Get it done, and that's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's try and understand now Miguel Collins as the artist Sizzla. Remember, this is about preserving the history of reggae music. And what I want to try and understand from you was it music that found you, or did you find music?
It goes both ways, you know, because I am music, and you know what I'm saying? Music is I, and I are the one who created the music, and music came from I forward to I, so the music is Jah. You know what I'm saying? So I always have to do music. I can't stop the music. You know what I'm saying? Because music created I and I. Music is the foundation. Yes, 7 notes in the music from A to G, and 7 days of the weeks, and 7 burning candlestick and the menorah. So it's just music is life, and the same 7 elements where really govern earth: magnet, electricity, light, the ether, the air, the water, and the earth. The 7 elements said speed, the main element. So we know what we're doing. Music shall lead the people to Mount Zion. Yes.
I think that we first became familiar with your works through producers like Homer Harris, and of course, you know, more than 20 years ago when you first started working with the late Philip Fatis Borrell, Bobby Digital. More than 20 years on, how do you feel reflecting back on the initial works that you did in the formative years of your career?
Well, it's really of a high degree, in the sense that, you know, sitting here still reminds me of the time when Mr. Burrell and Mr. Harris would say, Sizzla, you know, you have to take this thing serious, you know, because you see what's happening in the world. And today at this time, doing this interview, that's where I'm at. You know, the responsibility stands, and the nation is within the custody of Sizzla and the prophetical level for the duty of repatriation and redemption through the salvation of the Naya Bingi Rastafari. So I'm feeling great about it, despite we've lost Mr. Burrell. Mr. Harris is still with us, but good works continue, and good deeds will pay, and someone wanting to do the work of His Majesty honestly from their heart, they will continue, doesn't matter what obstacles being placed in the way. So we continue the work, and it's good to know that these icons, they've done a lot in the music, and we're still here carrying on the works. Also the works of our own sense of consciousness, because first you have to be conscious about what you're doing and what you want to do and the way you want to go before anyone can really look at you and recognize what you want to be in life and even help you along the way. So if you're going to sit and do nothing, no one is going to do anything for you. So you'll have to just get up and make yourself a good person, make yourself a man, or make yourself a good woman, and stand in that stead and push along, and people will see you and help you along the way, because you're not the only person who wants to go in the sense of the direction of the light. 100 millions of people want to see the light, so keep shining the light, and that's what they've been doing. Mr. Harris is naturally a big respectable man, where always been looking out for youths with their talents. Doesn't matter what era they're from, doesn't matter what age, he's always there to guide you. And Mr. Burrell is pretty much the same. He's always looking out for kids and educating you and culturing you, so you would be strong step from certain things, know this, and that's typically our culture. Do good and do good always, you know. So the basic culture in Jamaica is just to spread the love and educate yourself and be the best you can. And them always say, if you drop, get up, brush off, and try again, you'll make it one day. big respect. Yeah.
I mean, some of the recordings that you did back in the late 90s, the early 2000s, they're really deeply cemented within the history of reggae music. Those works that you did are classics, whether you want to agree to that or not. But you know, in the eyes and the ears of the people that listen to Sizzla's music, those songs are classics. You did a tour in 1998, which is the only time that I remember seeing you in the UK. The Hail Kings of Glory tour, which I think is probably one of the first times you ever came, alongside Brother Mikey General, Luciano, Louis Culture, and Prince Malachi. Are we going to see you in the UK again sometime in the future?
Oh, certainly. The earth is the Lord and the fullness thereof. Anywhere my fans at, I'll be there one day soon. Yeah.
But it seems as though we've not seen Sizzla across in Europe and in the United Kingdom for a good while. And I think that the people are really calling out to hear your teachings.
At times when you're on the pedestal, it's good for you to get off and see where it's strong and build yourself in a mighty fortress and approach it again. So not because it's beautiful, not because it's wealth, not because you have a lot of people and it's exciting. You need to take some time for yourself. You need to have some time for yourself where you can get within yourself and be strong. You pretty much not just the tour. There's a lot of domestic duties in my community and in my place and on my property, and a lot of stuff to be done in the yard. So I'm not always going to be on the tour. You know, sometimes I'll have to be like he's Europe a bit just to reach to Africa and to do the Caribbean and to do other countries. You know what I'm saying? Because we're here in the Western Hemisphere, in the Caribbean basin, it's easy to do Highland upping. So I'm always in a lot of Caribbean countries. It's very easy to get in the United States. It's really close, you know. So sometimes I'll have to break even the United States and the Caribbean to get to Europe. And sometimes the fans, they're just really crazy about Sizzla every time, and it's just one Sizzla. So I'll have to take time to nourish myself to get in the vibes with me and the youths them will grow. Because sometimes when you're pretty much away from the community too long, that tends to take another route, because people look upon you as the artist, or someone can help them or encourage them in some way or the other. Sometimes you have to spend time with the people, spend time with your family, and see what's happening in the world. Study it, and then you approach it again. Yeah.
So a balance between touring, making music, and downtime where you need time for yourself as an individual and as a family member.
Well, you know, basically I have no time for myself, you know. The only time I have for myself is when I'm having a little rest, a little 2 hours rest, or when I'm really among myself, having myself in the sense of on a hygiene level, you know what I'm saying? But I really don't have no time for myself. All my time is for John, the people, yeah, and our youths. Okay. Yes.
I mean, your musical output has been so prolific over the years. Are you recording as much as you used to when you were first starting out?
I would say I record more than now. I even have a meal or have something to drink. I record more than now. I do everything, you know me. I would record right here and right now I'm recording, you know what I'm saying? I recorded more than everything, yeah.
I mean, I don't know how many albums you recorded. I think some of the catalogues say that you probably recorded over 80 albums. And, you know, that output is just phenomenal.
Well, I double that, triple that, and quadruple that.
Really?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Okay.
But what they're talking about are albums being released through the system with barcodes. But I've done songs, lots of songs. I've done hundreds of songs. You know what I'm saying? But for the record, I would say somewhere between 80, might be 83 or 80. Last time was between 79 to 80, I think. So I think I'm pretty much between 80, 83. Okay. Yeah, last count. Yeah.
I mean, for myself as a DJ and selector, there is never any shortage of playing any new Sizzla music, because it seems as though there is so much good music that still continues to come from yourself. As a selector myself, sometimes I find it hard to keep up to date with your output. It's that much.
Yeah, well, naturally, music is love, music is life, music is energy, music is a frequency. Even if you're sitting here and you don't like in the vibes to make music, someone would pass and just mess around your brain. You get songs just basically from anything. You know what I'm saying? Even just a step on the trash, just the knocking of a bottle, just the pinging of something, and you just get the idea. And the youths of today, they found out that the music is really wealthy, it's lucrative. You know, they can make money in the music, so they start attacking the music. So you always have kids coming to you with new rhythms, and it's easy to go on a computer and learn how to make rhythms. You know what I'm saying? You can download all the instruments on your phone and play the instruments from your phone. They find some other way easy to make the music where it's not that costly. So I'm always making music, and I personally am always in some high sense of thought towards the nation based upon, you know, Rastafari. So I'm always coming with new frequencies. You might not hear them on the radio or hear them quite often, but they're there and they're coming. You're going to hear them one day. Yeah.
I mean, something that I just heard very recently, which is being put together by Kareem for XTM Nation, is a little sample of a very early Sizzla song where it features yourself, Chino, Taurus Riley and Dre Island. How do you feel about the fact that your music and works is getting to that level where it's almost being revived for a younger generation?
I felt really good, you know, because when the youths really do stuff like these, they show their appreciation. Sometimes they might not have the money or something to pay you for the work you've done, but when they can really use like your vocal to do stuff, it's really appreciative of the fact to show that they really love the artist and this is the way they want to go. And sometimes they want that vibration, they need to be recognized by the world, and they chose artists like these of these caliber to join themselves with, to be out there in the music. And it's a sense of smartness, you know. You know better, do better. You know, say you can have a collaboration with Sizzla and it will give you lots of credits and speak mileage for you. You just get it done, you know what I mean? Well, on the other hand, it's just for the artists to accept the youths of today doing their stuff to make a better way of life, and we all accept them. It's nothing bad, nothing unlawful, you know what I mean? Just get it done and wish them all the best. Yeah, right. A beautiful song. Yeah.
I mean, I guess that having your own studio here, you work very closely with people like Breadback, so I guess that there's no sort of like, there's no bookings or anything needed. If you feel the vibe to catch a song right now after this out of you could go and do it, right?
Yeah, we can just get it done right there. We can just train in the brain, you know, get it done all in the head, you know what I'm saying? And any rhythm you hear and it's matching based on the key or the tempo or the pattern of the rhythm, just spit the flow. Yeah, so as we speak, that's how we do music. And try to keep it conscious and with our vibes, where some music, you have different genre of music. The dancehall, you have roots like reggae, one drop, you know, ska, you have merengue, you know, youths are building music and giving it different names. But it's still the vibration, it's still the frequency, and once you have love within you, you will feel the vibration and you can vibrate and just resonate to the whole current and just help the youths them to push it through. It's a talent. Use your talent to make an income. Turn your simple talent to make an income. Turn your little hobbies into talent and use that talent to make an income. So you like blending juices in the morning. Well, open up some juice bar and turn that little hobby into a talent and turn it into an income. So it's typically what the youth doing with the music. Just that the music brings lots of money where they can use it to eradicate the bills. So everyone is going to be going in the music, and they say money is the root of all evil, but I think it's your sense of thought, it's man mind, bad thought, the root of all evil. Yeah, because the money can't work off of its own. You have to meditate whatsoever you want to do with the money. Yeah, so the money is like your like an extended arm. Yeah, so you wouldn't push your arm in a fire, but you use other people to do that. So people work smartly with the money to do evil. So we don't want the youth to do that, and it's really difficult in the Caribbean. You know, poverty, sufferation, all these things. People being disenfranchised, people being out of their houses, you know, mortgages and all those stuff. You know, taxations. People going to look a way out, and the easiest way out, and that is why sometimes you have so many evil. Yeah, because the guns are the quickest thing for them do. You know what I'm saying? Robbing, drugs, you know what I mean, human trafficking, you know what I mean, kidnapping and all those stuff. The easiest thing to make money, and that's what the evil people likes. So when you have some kids turning to the music to make a better way of life and not to hurt others, we accept them. You know, the best thing we can do is just encourage them and encourage others in other fields and talent to do good and be prosperous. Rastafari.
Really, I think what you're saying is that you're here to support the youths, but you want the youths to take on board your advice, which is that if the music is going to help to generate an income, not spend it all at once, save it, put it aside, maybe, you know, have something else that you can build as well.
Exactly. Just be smart with your little wealth and your little gain, and don't just throw it away like that. Yeah. Be positive and know what you're doing, because someday someone will be depending on you also, as though you've been depending on someone. God bless.
If we look towards the future now, you have a new album that's due to come out in spring 2019, which is entitled Victory. It's a 17-track album.
Yes, that album was done by Richard Bramwell, Breadback. Breadback was a young little youth just coming into the studio, but he's an honest youth, and you know, he wants to learn, and we've taught him well, and we've taught him the whole game of the music, and he had decided on doing something, and I just decided on helping him, and it's really great, because he's there to take all the voices for Sizzla for tons of other producers. So why not give the youth a chance? Give him an album too, make him go and do him thing. I saw it go, music, spread it. So yes, it's a beautiful album, Victory. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be victorious, so you can listen to it, and soon we'll be releasing, and we'll have hard copies to sell also. Yeah. I
mean, I see Breadback as one of your long-time collaborators, because I'm somebody that likes to study music, so it's not enough for me just to listen to a song by maybe a Sizzla or a Chronix or Morgan Heritage, but I'd like to know who the producer is, where the studio, where it was recorded. So I've always seen Breadback as one of your close collaborators.
Well, naturally, because you can't just have the youths around you and you don't want them to have that chance to get that break, to know what the whole vibration is in being able to produce an album or do something for yourself, bear some sort of responsibility. You need to know what the weight of the throne is, so take up the duty, you know what I'm saying. And Breadback, he grew up in the community with us, you know what I'm saying. The youths in the community pretty much know him, and I think Breadback knew very well the character of the artist and what the artist really likes from what he doesn't like. So Breadback has an easy way around us in doing stuff and even understanding the producers. So he had done it mysteriously, and he got a beautiful album, and that's it. Yeah.
I mean, some of the songs that I've heard from the album, I mean, like the talk of self-destruction with no guns, hard to survive, nothing no come easy. It really just summarizes what we're talking about today. So everything that you're talking about within your life, I think, is sort of shared on the music that you make.
It's everywhere, you know. It's everywhere, you know what I mean? It's everywhere. You can just check the televisions, check the medias, check the news, you know what I'm saying? Look around and see what's happening. Listen to people, and you'll see this is what's happening. So you just take it and just put it in the simple summary of a song and put it on a rhythm and give it to the people. We can't take too long to get music. We want to move up with godly temple, so we just make songs. So you have different levels now. Sometimes I might say compose a song within the sense of in a party realms, it's banging, it's clubbing, you know, it's more with intimacy for the girls, and at times you have the vibration of just spirituality, Rastafari, you're being conscious, and sometimes you have a ragamuffin vibes, sometimes you have the farmer vibes where you just, you know, the feel sing, you know, about farming, cultivation, agriculture and all those stuff, and, you know, and sometimes you have cultural oriented songs, you know what I mean. You have songs where it's mainly social commentary. You just got to learn to fit yourself in the market and fit yourself in the field of music so you can be consistent. So you just learn the tricks. Sometimes you're not going to just get it off an interview like that. You just got to keep yourself in the line and keep practicing and keep doing what you're doing, and you'll be great. Yeah.
Well, we're certainly looking forward to the brand new album Victory.
A very beautiful album coming out. Respect.
Well, look, we really give thanks and we appreciate your time today. I wanted to ask you a question, but this is how I see it. If I asked you, is the Jamaican government doing enough for the youth and the music industry, I get the feeling you're likely to say no. Okay? What do you think the government should or could be doing more to further develop reggae music here in Jamaica?
I think the government should see more into the culture of Rastafari and the people and the lifestyle and the social welfare and well-being of the people in order to understand what reggae music is, because reggae music is that music which express our innermost feeling of sufferation and poverty, and in the same stead express that high reverence for the Most High Jah. This is the music that we use to take us out of bondage, sufferation, hunger, just about anything. So you'll have to know the culture of the people more and know the direction of the movement of the people, and to see very well and accept what pressure and sufferation and persecution the people are feeling towards increasing any sort of strength towards reggae music, because reggae music is really the people's music, and it's the indigenous music to the people right now, expressing the heartfelt sufferation the people been going through. That's just basically it. And the next thing you have to do is, the head of our culture is Rastafari, so you'd have to reverence and have Rastafari on a high level to really understand what reggae music is. Also, it's not just about expressing sufferation for the people and poverty, and that it's also about His Majesty. And you'd have to see in these aspects in order just to know what reggae music is, and see human being on a level needing more help within their own domestic lifestyle, and see that is why we fit ourselves with the reggae music, so it can help us more. Yeah, you're welcome.
Outside of love, which I know is, you know, what you're about, peace and love, what is the ultimate message from Sizzla Kalonji to the world?
Stay healthy and spread the love and help the person close to you and the far off in any way you can. Yeah, one hand wash another. Always be helping people, always be caring for people, not just yourself, and you'll be a better person, I do think. Yeah.
Sizzla, I have to give thanks to yourself and the whole of the Judgement Yard family for welcoming us in to your home today. Your contribution not only to the people of Jamaica, the music, the island, and your teachings have really taken you to the level where you are right now. We really give thanks for your time today, and I want to do a part 2 to this further down the line. One love.
One love, and you're very welcome, you know what I'm saying? And in the name of the Most High, I wish you people all the best, and you're welcome anytime. And Judgement Yard will be in the sense of beautification.